for the Machigenga people who are dispersed, who were particularly in those years, I am talking about 50 years ago, they were so dispersed that the only communication between them were the storytellers, these people who were traveling. So the storytellers telling stories were the only links that remained. The Machigenga people of the small communities in which they live, secluded, isolated, that they belong to a larger family, to a larger community. So in a way, the storytellers were for this primitive society the major element to be integrated, to be still members of one society. That was a very moving experience for me, to discover that in primitive societies, telling stories can have this extraordinary important function to keep people united at feeling that they were members of a larger family or a larger community, that they had a past, and that the language that they speak was the language of many other small communities. This, without any doubt, was something very important for their survival as a community, as a society. It was because I was so moved by this anecdote that this linguistic missionary told us that I wrote El Hablador. I started to read about the Machigengas. I visited the Machigenga communities, and but I didn't want to develop ethnic thesis or identity convictions. Not at all. What I wanted to say in this novel was to show how something that we, in the, let's say, civilized, in inverted commas, no? Civilized world, considered just entertainment, can be for a small and very isolated and primitive society something really essential for his survival. Telling stories can be very important. Thank you.
Thank you. On that universal note, we'll call this a wrap, as they say. Many thanks to Raquel Chang-Rodriguez and our other speakers tonight, Patricia, Arévalo, Frank Graziano, and Maria Vargas Llosa. Thanks to Susan Segal for opening comments, and many thanks to Gregory, Rubin, Inter-Americas, and the Reed Foundation for all its support for this venture and others. As I mentioned, please take a look at the book, buy copies. It's really terrific. I think you'll enjoy it, and you'll get to read contributions by our authors here and others. And please see our cultural calendar for our upcoming events. And if you're interested in becoming a member, you can join online. There's information in your programs how to do so. Thank you.